Now, one is not enough. Let's have a double dhamaka. The second talk show with our own, anchored by own Daya. Daya, over to you.
Daya, you muted.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tarika, for giving me the opportunity now to host this talk show. And it is a privilege for me to actually host a talk show with one of our most sought after celebrities of the night. She is a young and dynamic soul, a national level athlete, a gold medalist, a publisher, a trainer, a cyclist, a swimmer, and a person with high intellect. And most importantly, she is a certified yoga trainer. So guys, join me in welcoming one and only Astha Gupta.
Thank you so much, Aditya, and thank you so much everyone who's here. I have to admit, before we start this interview, actually, that to be on this platform with all these tablers, I'm not a tabler myself, but I've heard so much about Roundtable that to be on this platform, see all these faces, is a huge privilege actually for me. I'm just starting out, and I want to thank Mr. Naren, who always makes sure that he encourages, invites young people who are trying to do something on their own, to bring them on these platforms, and give them encouragement. So I want to thank Mr. Naren. Aditya, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you everyone who's watching.
Excellent, Astha. Thank you so much for your input. And yes, we all are thankful to Naren Bhai for the wonderful platform he has given us all. Now tell me, Astha, like you are so young and to achieve so much at such a little age, how does that feel?
I mean, I don't know what achievements you're talking about. We've just had such a wonderful interview with Mr. Paresh and such distinguished people on this. So it feels really little to be talking about achievements on this ad actually. But definitely that it's when you're young and when you are living in the world that you're living in, there's so much exposure. The dreams are really big. You want to do a lot of things, and that makes you do whatever you do.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that, Astha. Now, Astha quickly showed us one of the most important ingredients of an upcoming leader, and that is modesty. She was so modest in saying that she hasn't achieved anything, but she has done enough. Anyways, moving on to the second point here. Astha, you are a young intellect and with some great exposure. So what transpired for you to, be a yoga trainer, a yoga teacher, and as well as that, like spreading yoga across boundaries?
Thanks for your question. That's a really good question, Aditya. For me personally, I think all through school and college, I really was a little ambitious. I wanted to be in every society, do lots of things. There was a lot of ambition, and there came a time when I felt that, what's the point of so much? What's the point of all of this? So there was a certain level of contentment that no, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Everything is fine. I'm content with where I am. I think yoga taught me how to be somewhere in the middle of these two. I like to call it active contentment. You're still seeking out lots of things, but there is an inherent feeling that you're satisfied and you're content. So that is the reason. Initially, it might have been for physical benefits, mental benefits, focus, things like that. But over time with yoga, I think what transpires is that you feel a certain inner strength that you can achieve anything that you want. And that inner strength is what helps me make any kind of life related decisions. And that's the reason I wish, that's where I'm coming from, where I feel like I want to spread this to as many people as possible, because it's been one of the most fundamental things that has helped me in life.
Excellent, excellent, Astha. And so people, two key words here from what Astha just said. Inner strength. That is the most important aspect of yoga today. Now moving on, Astha. Now politics. You have been involved with politics quite actively. जब राजनीति की बात करते हैं हमारे देश में, लोग जनरली बोलते हैं, everybody gossips about राजनीति, each and every individual in India. पर जब उसमें घुसने की बात होती है, सब बोलते हैं कि यार राजनीति तो कीचड़ है, इसमें कौन घुसेगा? But there are people like you who have co-founded youth-centric action committees for helping those young aspirants to get into politics. So can you tell us more about that?
Sure. So this is a foundation called Young India Foundation. The idea was very simple. I used to always feel that there is so much talk happening around volunteering, changing things, changing the world, environmental issues Paresh just talked about, so much that needs to be done in the world. And I felt politics is one big way in which change can happen. But there is a lot of talk of youth in politics, but when it comes to the ground, there are too many barriers to entry for young people to really enter. And me and a friend of mine, we said, okay, this is a problem statement. We want young people inside politics. How do we do this? And the problem statement wasn't as hard, actually. We wanted to look at more rural areas. That's where it starts. So in our first 6 months, we expanded to a team of around 200 people. And we supported 5 candidates in different areas, 2 of them are serving currently. So we wanted to show that a model can exist where young people who have the intent to enter politics, they nominate themselves. There is an infrastructure that supports them. They can be young independent candidates, and making change is easier when you're inside the system.
Excellent point, Asta. Very well compiled. So that's the way to go, guys. Youth is the new face of politics of India. So we need to emphasize on that. Now moving ahead, Asta, you have spearheaded many expeditions and trekkings, outdoor activities. Can you tell us something more about that?
So in college, this was in first or second year of college, I was studying in Lady Shri Ram College. It's in Delhi University here in the city I'm living in. And there is, of course, a lot of academic rigor. So we are all trying to study and excel and all of that. But every time I used to go outdoors, let's say to the hills or to the camps, spend 6 days there was a very different kind of a learning that happens when you're in the outdoors. It's not fake at all, because that time you can't be pretending at all. You are fetching for basics like food, water. You want to wake up and sleep on time, and things as simple as that, whether it's climbing, trekking, or cycling. So that exposed me to this, to a very real world, a real feeling of real people. And that's why I wanted to continue this journey in the outdoors. Volunteered a lot with schools to take young people on treks and expeditions. And I just feel outdoors, for all those who are listening, if you get a chance in any way to do even a 3-day, 5-day kind of a trekking experience, something new opens up every time you step out of that comfort zone and go on such experiences.
I want to do it immediately.
Oh, I think we all should do that. Outdoor expeditions are the way to go. Thanks for that, Asta. Moving ahead, Asta, you are a busy girl. So how do you balance yourself, like your work life as well as the extracurricular activities you do? You swim, you cycle, you sing, you play guitar, and so many and so forth. How do you balance it out?
Honestly, Aditya, I think that in the world we live in, and all these big corporates, they want us to believe that there is no time. Like, we need to hurry up because there's no time. So they'll have these apps and they put out social media, and that's so much that they're telling us that be in a hurry, be fearful. But if you really slow down, think about it, maybe get 60 minutes of yoga in your day, you realize there's a lot of time. Just in one day, you can do so much. So all these convenient apps where, whether it's an Alexa or it's all these things where they want to minimize the time you spend on things, I don't quite like that. And I feel that if we're able to look beyond this, we realize that there's no dearth of time. It's a big misconception that we need to look in the eye with and move on from.
Yes, excellent take. I think that is one of the key ingredients of an emerging leader, time management. And we all should learn from that. That is very important to maintain a healthy, balanced life.
Thank you.
That's great. So, Asta, now while we come to the end of this session, now I'll be asking you a rapid fire questions. You have to answer them in one word. And just to be clear, we are not giving out any hampers here. We are just giving you blessings. So you have to do with that. Right?
Okay. Very excited. Yeah, this is my own little version of Coffee with Karan. I don't think I'll ever be invited there. This is it.
This one is going to be better. Trust me. So let's go ahead. The first one is, yoga to you is?
Same, I'll make it 2 words. Active contentment. I'll look at it that way. Active contentment.
We'll give you that. Okay, great. Involvement of youth in Indian politics according to you is?
Live.
Sorry, can you please repeat that? I missed it.
Involvement of youth in Indian politics, according to you, is
Is inevitable. It's going to happen. Yeah.
super. If you have a choice between cycling and swimming, what will you choose?
Cycling.
All right, great. That's my favorite too. Okay, what would you prefer to be in future?
This has a longer answer, but
That's okay. You are free to do that.
again, I don't have this kind of thing that, how we look at like in MBA colleges, and so we used to asking this question, what do you want to be in the future? I just don't agree with this question. There's so much that you can be, so putting it down in one little label and saying this is my career is something I don't believe in. Like I said, so much time, so you want to be lots of things. So I want to be lots of things. It's hard to put it in one bracket.
That's insightful, Astha. Truly, truly blessed to be interviewing you tonight. Great.
That was brilliant,
Yeah,
brilliant,
that
Astha.
was brilliant indeed. And the last one for tonight, that is this the best talk show you have ever been on? Is it a yes or a yes?
Can't believe this is even a part of this questionnaire. I mean, is it really even a question, Aditya? Thank you so much. And thank you, Naren, as well. This has been incredible. And these are the experiences that are going to push me to do more and to do better. So thank you so much for inviting me with such distinguished people on this panel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Astha, for gracing our occasion. It was a brilliant talk show. Very well done, Aditya Agarwal. And it was, I think the entire audience was glued to what was happening and how it was unfolding. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much, Astha Gupta, for being here. So young, but still so talented. And you have achieved so much. We are really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So over to you, Dr. Sarika.
Wow, it was indeed a double dhamaka. Thank you, Astha, for sharing all this knowledge. We'll look forward to do something from this and take some lessons from this.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I hope all the audience also might have been enjoyed listening to you. Over to you, Daya.